Let's get start for demo first. Okay, so this is one application which is I created with mongodb ef core provider. Okay, so let me just show that how we can insert, update, delete, and to in our mongodb directly to via the ef core. So let me put option 4, which is actually just for read, so that I can show you any data is data is available or not. So let me enter 4. Now see, there is a no block. It's saying there is a no block, means as of now there is nothing in this db. Okay, now what I will do, I will just insert. Okay, I will choose that option 1. Okay, so that will be insert. Okay, put that 1. When I put 1, so see, it's showing the message insert successfully. Okay, so let me see in this data over here. See, once I insert, data is inserting in our mongodb directly. Okay, so let me choose update as well. Okay, so once I choose to, or before update, I'll just read the data. Okay, so let me put the 4. Okay, now see, data is loaded. Okay, based on this, name is this, description is this, and author is this, right? So actually I'm just trying to insert, update, delete as a block data. So that is a format actually. So once is read it, that means data is available. And then what I need to do, I need to update. So let me put is 2. Okay, so see, update successfully. If you want to see over here, so let me zoom in for you. It is update successfully. And let me just update. See that this name has been changed, right? So that actually we have updated over now. Okay, so let me get again. So now what I need to do, I want to delete as well. Okay, or before delete, again I just need to check, like, okay, what is the previous data? The name was mongo. So now it has been changed to again change. Okay, so let me read again. Let me 4, put the 4. And now see, the name has changed, right? So this name has been changed. And now finally what I will do, I will just delete. I will try to delete. So let me put 3 and then hit enter. So see, delete successfully. It is delete successfully. And also you are able, just refresh your mongodb. See, it has gone. Okay, so this functionality or these things will implement in our using that mongodb provider with ef core, which is as of now is a preview. Okay, but yeah, upcoming month I think definitely they will release these things. Okay, so let's get start. And first all need to do, just open a Visual Studio. Okay, let me do one console application. Okay, find to console app. Next, and just put this the name, like don't worry about that, I just showing as an example in a console app right now in .NET Core. But yeah, later on I'll just using that .NET Core with API, MVC everywhere, just I'll show you. Okay, so put the name, what would the name, I'll just like ef core provider, ef core mongodb ef core provider. Okay, so mongodb ef-core-provider. Okay, and then next, then create. Okay, and then finally see, this is a very simple console application. Okay, it's have nothing, right? So what need to do, first I need to add one package. Okay, so that package is very important. So go to packages. Okay, select or just find out that package mongo db entity framework. Okay, make sure use that include release if you are not a release version. So make sure include that release, so that all the release version will be available in these packages. Okay, if you not check this checkbox, so let me show you in a zoom. Okay, so if you will not this checkbox check, so you will not get that release packages. Okay, so you have to wait. Okay, finally I get it while searching. Okay, so see, this one, this one we required. Okay, and this one also it is. Once you select, see, this is latest pre-release 7 point preview. Okay, so make sure it is a preview, because as of now they release just for preview, but yeah, later on they will definitely release for that stable version. Okay, so once install, let me install. Okay, and just install, apply, accept. Okay, it's done. Okay, then we are ready to implement. Okay, so what need to do first? Okay, so first I need to just create some configuration. Okay, that mongodb with ef core. Okay, so first I have to create one db context class, okay, which is part of ef core. Okay, if you're not aware that ef core things, okay, so please visit my channel. You will get more and more information and more of videos, which is a real time, real world use in a ef core with CRUD operation, so you can learn over there. Okay, so let me create first in a class. Okay, for the demonstration perspective, so let me create a class like blog db context. Okay, so just first create a db context class, make it public. Okay, and then here what need to do, just call the db context class. Okay, db context. Okay, this db context class, it is actually inside of entity framework code. Okay, and then what need to do, I need to just create a constructor. Okay, let me create constructor, and then what need to do, I need to pass it to this constructor, that options. Okay, db context options, which is will pass actually in this base class. Okay, and so that whatever options we will use in our configuration is program.cs file, we can get it over there and they can pass it to like in our base class, so that our whatever configuration things that will done. Okay, we have to not specify over here, we can specify in our program.cs file. That's why we using this concept. Okay, and then finally what need to do, I need to create one model. Okay, and one model, or just you can say that entity. Okay, let me create a you know entity. Okay, entity, and inside the entity I'll just create a entity class like a model, sorry, the entity for blog entity. Okay, so blog. Okay, inside this blog what I need to do, I need to pass few properties, right, which we have to create it. So let me create. Okay, but yeah, here is a one thing actually, before create this entity, the important part is, see, in previously ef core or any model we use, entity use, we using that integer, right, but here this time we'll use this mongodb based on object id, because actually our mongodb is supported this object id as a primary key. Okay, so whatever entity you will use, so definitely you have to make sure like you just use this one, neither definitely you will get that problem like they will not able to insert, update, delete, or no CRUD operations. Okay, so make sure this that. Okay, so this is done, and then what need to do, just create a db set first. Okay, so let me create a db set, and db set is like db set, and then here that pass that blocks. Okay, and just make it to variables blocks. Okay, then done, and then finally what we need to do, we have to create a one override method on this db context class. Override, and this override method has a on model creating. Okay, so we have to create on model creating method, we have to implement actually on model creating. And what need to implement, whatever I just create entity, that I have to specify over here. Okay, as like ef core we are doing, right, in code first approach. So what need to do, just whatever model entity we have to pass, okay, what is the entity, our blog entity, and in this here we can just here just, okay, what is that, our table's name. So this is our collections name actually. So in ef core we specify entity, we specify that, yeah, table's name, but yeah, here we'll specify, okay, what is the collection name. So this is our collection name. And also if you want to keep this name is that, so that you can use it, okay, very simple, like this way, uh, like this. But if you want the change of name, so that's why I'm showing you that hash element, it is a providing to attribute which is change the name to that primary name. Okay, if you want to keep it, so you don't use that. Okay, so this is for example perspective. Okay, so save it. Okay, so our db context class has ready. Okay, now what need to do, I need to set up in this program.cs file. Okay, so that whatever our configuration, so that we can create over here. Okay, so what need to do, first just create um, mongo client. Okay, mongo mongodb. Okay, so just for that configuration part, okay, we'll show you like without this one also we can use it. Okay, we don't require as well, but yeah, as a beginner, as a first time if you use, so definitely you have to know like how many ways I can use that. Okay, mongo, like mongo client. Okay, so this is a mongo client which is coming from the mongo driver. Okay, and just see, here's the parameter. You can specify new mongo client, sorry, new mongo client. You have to specify the new mongo client, and in this parameter, see, there's a for overload method is here is asking that mongo client setting, and then it is url, and then it is a connection string. Okay, so just pass as a connection string over here. So what is our connection string, just open here, see, I have just set up this in my locally actually mongodb. So if you, it is it is already set up in your machine, that is fine. If it is not, if first time you are doing, so what you need to do, uh, you just go to this, this url. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, so here is that url where you can just the official website of mongodb. Okay, and these are community editions. And in this community edition, what you can do, you just install that msi, and that msi file actually install in your locally. That's very few clicks, nothing you have to do. Okay, if still you're facing this issue to set up in your local, so please let me know, I'll just create separate session. Okay, but yeah, I think this is not a very big deal, so that's why I'm not creating that one. Okay, so okay, so I need to get this name. Okay, so where I will get the name, I can get the name from this here, just copy connection string. So let me copy this connection string, and after that in here actually the get database name, also we can specify the database name, what would be the database name. Okay, so my database name, for example, ef core demo, right? So that is for demonstration perspective, it's fine. Whatever your data name you can, database name you can just put over here. Okay, so this is done. Then second, what need to do, I have to create a db context option. Okay, so db context options. Okay, and here what need to do, I need to create that db connect context option builder. Okay, so new db context con db context text option builder. Okay, and here just specify, okay, I need to bring the namespace. Okay, so let me bring the namespace. See, it is inside of ef core. Okay, just bring the namespace, and then what need to pass here, just pass your db context class. So what is our db context class, our db context class is blog db context. See, uh, blog db context. Okay, yeah, so just bring the namespace here where you store that db context class. Okay, so I just in this store in the root folder, so that's why it's using the namespace over our project file. Okay, and then what need to do further, I need to use that method. Okay, so see, if you are aware that entity framework, so definitely if you want to use other provider like SQLite, so you can just put the SQLite, or you can just put that, SQL server like that. Okay, SQL server. So if you import that packages, you will able to set that, you will able to see that method. But yeah, as of now I just import for MongoDB, so you will get it. Use mongodb. See, this is a new method introduce that package. Okay, that preview package. So what I need to do, I need to use this one, and inside methods, see, this extension method, it is a for overload method, right? So one is for see, mongo client, directly we can pass this mongo client. Okay, and then second one is, see, we can pass the forcefully string, connection string and database name. And the third one is like this mongo client and db name. Okay, and then fourth one is others, right? So there's a two way actually. So if you pass directly the connection string, so you can put it like that, like, see, I can just pass it to like that. Okay, whatever this is my connection string, so I can pass it to here. Okay, and then same to I can pass to here. Okay, this is the way, this is the one way. Okay, and the another way is like, see, I just created this one, so you can just pass it to here like that, mongo dot client. Okay, so what is our client? This is our client. And what is our database name? So that also we can just bring the new line so that you can see the full screen. And then another one is mongodb dot database name space that database name. Okay, so this is the another way. Okay, so that's why I'm showing you the two both way. Okay, then see, this is done for connection setup. Okay, also what you can do, these things you can just keep it to your app setting.json file. You can get it from there as well. Okay, so this is done. Then finally what I need to do, I need to create that instance of db context class. Okay, so how we can do that? Very simple. Let block db. Okay, block db and then new block context. Okay, and here I can just pass whatever our context, this is our context, and here just pass it to context dot options. Okay, because see, in this this db context accepting, actually this is db context option. That's why I just creating a setup, and I can pass it to here, so that whatever configuration I can established. Okay, so this is connection established done. Now I have a db context, and now I am able to do insert, update, delete very easily. Okay, so now I can directly, what I can do, I can directly insert, update, delete using this one. But yeah, as I show you as a demo, like, they have asking in this console application, asking for this four options, right? So that I will implement for you for this nice demonstrations. Okay, so first what I need to do, I need to choice. Okay, so user can able to give this choice. And then what I can go, I will ask to user. Okay, this is first line will be menu, then insert, update, delete, read, exist. Okay, enter the choice. Okay, so this I need to do using this do while. Okay, so let me put the do, and then end of this inside this do while loop. Okay, and then finally I'll ask questions. Okay, I will ask the input the user. Okay, and finally I'll get, and then end this loop, right? So see, inside this, okay, so user will choose whatever uh, input. Okay, they will parse, and inside here I need to do one more thing, like in a switch case statement. Okay, so in this switch case statement, what we'll do, I'll just trying to implement like based on the input, like if I pass 1 2 3 4, based on this I will put the some cases, and this case will handle. Okay, the operations. Okay, so this is very straightforward things. Okay, so now what I can do, I can implement this insert update delete mechanism. Like how can insert update delete? So let me go to outside of this do while. Okay, and now what I will do, I will simply insert our data. Right, first I will insert our data. See, I just create a static insert method. Okay, what I pass the db context class, which is I will get from here. Okay, and what I'm trying to do, just create a new block. Okay, and inside this new block, what I'm trying to do, okay, let me remove this one as of now. Okay, so will not make any complexity. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, just I create a simple entity. Okay, I just passed as a hard coded, name, description, and also id is generated, right? And what I'm trying to do, just block this whatever our context dot blocks dot add, and then finally add this here. Okay, and then finally call it to block dot save changes and showing this message, right? So this is very simple. Okay, and this need to call in our case statement. See, I already using this case statement, and what I need to do, just change it to this. Okay, because this is the right name of this variable. Okay, so similar, what I need to do, I need to update delete read as well. Okay, so let me copy all the methods. Okay, and let me show you. Okay, so see, this is again the update method. It is very simple, as like we doing in our update. Like we'll get find the which data we want to update, so we'll get that, and just we have to update on this name. Whatever property you want to update, you can just read. And also just you can use that block change tracker and that save changes. That's it. Similar to delete, I can get this block and just block dot remove, the db context will remove from this and the save changes. Okay, and similar for read operation, I get this block. Okay, then the list, and then trying to condition, if it is there, that is showing this message or not, then it retreat to for each loop. Okay, and that all I have done. Okay, so let me run this application. Okay, and before run, okay, one more things I have to do. Actually, I need to put a one condition over here, so that do while loop will continue till whatever choice. Okay, so I have till 5. So till 5 will be, if it is not equal to, then it will break actually. Okay, and inside this if, okay, I put one else condition. Okay, so that, see, if I am not pass, or I just put something out of the scope, like if I pass integer instead of if I pass a string instead of string integer, right? So that time it will go to inside that block, and this block will say, okay, it is a invalid input. Okay, so this is done. Okay, so finally this is done, and let me show you. As of now, we don't have any that new whatever our, see, let me show you uh, side by side. Okay, so inside I'll just create ef code database, right? So as of now, I don't have any ef code database. So see, I have ef core, but not ef core demo, right? So which will create once I start this application. Okay, and one more things actually, in the ef code, definitely once you try to use code first approach, so you have to need to db add migration and add data update my command actually you have to file, then that is schema create, and then but here the mongodb, you don't worry about that. Okay, so once you just mention your connection string and database, it will automatically create, and all the collections also will be create based on this your db context class, which is you defined. Okay, if you go to again, so based on this will create. Okay, and this table also will create, and whatever data you will try to push, they will push. Okay, so let me show you. Let me build first. Okay, build succeed. Now try to run this application. Okay, it's running. Now it's hello world. And now see, I think I have to remove this one, this message. Okay, so now let me zoom in for you. Okay, and now what I will do, I'll just check first is there any data or not. Okay, so first I will put that 4, choose 4 and then hit enter. Now see, there is no block. Okay, as per expected, because as of now I don't have a database collections and db. Okay, so let me try to insert. Okay, so what I will do, I will just put 1 put 1. See, insert successfully, right? So it is insert successfully. Let me open the database. Okay, mongodb client database. And once you refresh, see, it is automatically generated. Okay, see, the new data is generated. Okay, if I expand, so this blocks collections also generated, and also see, whatever I just inserted, they are inserted, right? So that is a beauty actually of that ef core provider. So now I'll move it to update. Okay, so let me put 2 and see, update successfully. And it is showing the message as well with this. Go to that db. Okay, and then refresh. Let me refresh. See, the name has changed, right? So that name has changed, it's updated successfully. And if you go to here, so this is also done. Okay, then what I need to do, I need to delete as well. So put up delete 3 and hit enter. See, delete also successful. And check it db as well, just refresh. See, delete also performing well. Okay, now we don't have any data, right? So that read operation will not work. So let me check that read operation. See, there no block found. So this is done for this session. Okay, so but next session will definitely come with the real time card operation with .NET Core API and MVC and web applications, anywhere. Okay, so till now, don't forget to subscribe, and thank you.